Right or wrong, we all know quarterbacks are judged by one thing: the rings.
Josh Allen is the best quarterback never to start a Super Bowl.
Today, we're taking a gander across the NFL landscape and planting our flag. 5 quarterbacks who will hoist the Lombardi Trophy by 2030, and 5 who can kiss their chances goodbye. Win: Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, truth of the matter is that it has been heartbreak after heartbreak for the Bills, not just since Josh Allen joined the team, but really just throughout their entire history. But come on, let's be honest. Allen is not the problem here. Hell, he's the reason they're even in the conversation. Every January collapse feels more like fate trolling them than a reflection of his ability. He's that guy in the fourth quarter, a one-man wrecking crew with a cannon for an arm and the guts to match. If Buffalo can just stop getting in his way, looking at you defensive game plans and sideline management, Allen will get over the hump. There's a reason Allen has been at the top of everyone's best quarterback without a ring list for the last 3 years. And it's not just because he's a highlight machine. It's because he's consistently giving the Bills a shot to win every time he touches the field. And at this point, the smart money says that they do. No chance. Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield deserves a standing ovation for the career turnaround that he's pulled off down in South Florida. Think about it. Cast aside by Cleveland, bounced around between Carolina and Los Angeles, written off as a glorified backup, then suddenly he steps into Tampa Bay and leads the Buccaneers to a division title, a playoff win, and arguably the best season of his career. It was gutsy, it was fun, and it reminded us all why people bought into Baker in the first place. But I think we all gotta be a little honest with ourselves. This is probably where the comeback story ends. Baker is a gamer, no doubt about that, but he is not a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He's the guy who can get you to 10-7, heck, maybe 11-6, and even make things spicy in December. But he's not the guy who's going to outduel Patrick Mahomes come February. His arm strength is fine, his decision-making has improved, but there's a ceiling on what he can do when the lights are brightest, and the entire league knows it. So until Baker lands in the perfect system with a top-tier defense and a run game, not unlike the early 2000s Ravens or the 2015 Broncos, I just don't think a shot at the big one is realistic. Great guy to root for, great story to watch, but the Super Bowl champion might be a bridge too far. Win: Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. People love to say Lamar can't win in the playoffs, that he's all flash and no finish, that once January hits, defenses figure him out, and then the magic runs out. But if you actually watch Lamar play, if you've seen what he did in 2024 with a full functional offensive system, then you know that the old narrative is just living on borrowed time. Yeah, sure, there were a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes during their playoff run, but he was vastly improved, and we expect that trajectory to continue. Lamar is not just an elite athlete, he's an elite quarterback. The passing mechanics have improved, the reads are quicker, and the decision-making is sharper than ever. Over the past few seasons, we've seen what a fully realized Lamar Jackson can do, and oh boy, it's terrifying. Now it just needs to last a full playoff run. And fortunately, the Ravens have started to really build around him, bringing the right kind of weapons in to support his play style, which is why he's been the most dominant quarterback in the regular season year in and year out. All that's left is the ring. Don't worry, Ravens fans. It's a-coming. No chance. Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Hell, you can practically set your watch to it at this point. Dak Prescott tears it up in September, the Cowboys get hot, beat up on a few bad teams, and the national media loses its mind. Is this the year they ask for the 8th time? Then, predictably, January rolls around and like clockwork, heartbreak, collapse. Yet another wasted season. And hey, don't get us wrong, it's not Dak's fault. Well, not entirely, but he is the face of it. Prescott is a good quarterback. Let's not pretend otherwise. But he's not great. And when you pair him with the perpetual dysfunction of the Dallas Cowboys, you're not getting a championship formula. You're getting a high-budget drama that always ends in tragedy. The Cowboys culture eats promising seasons alive, and bringing in Brian Schottenheimer as their new head coach didn't exactly inspire confidence. Plus, at this point, it seems clear that regardless of what he says, Jerry Jones is still more interested in headlines than hardware when it comes down to it. Dak will probably have more great regular seasons where he put up big numbers, but when the confetti falls, Dak's going to be watching from home again. Win, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. From the minute that he stepped foot in Cincinnati, Burrow has played like he belonged in the Super Bowl. Calm under pressure, clinical with the football, and clearly ready to lead that organization despite, all its flaws. He doesn't just play quarterback. Oh no, he commands the field. Burrow has the unique ability to read the game 2 moves ahead and always seems ready to deliver a kill strike in the biggest moments. Not to mention, he walks with that unmistakable swagger of a guy who knows that he's better than the other 21 guys on the field. Burrow has been close. Hell, he's battle-tested. And when the time comes, that man is not gonna blink. The rings are coming to Cincinnati. It might take a few more punches to the gut, but it's happening. Even if it comes in spite of their cheapo ownership that continues to shoot itself in the foot. No chance. Brock Purdy, San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy is a phenomenal story. 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant. With the pressure, he steps in, lights it up, takes the 49ers to back-to-back NFC Championship appearances. But sadly, in the NFL, fairy tales don't last forever. And in Purdy's case, that clock's already ticking fast. This isn't to say that Purdy is not still a good quarterback. I mean, hell, the 49ers just extended him, and he does a great job of executing what Kyle Shanahan asks him to do. But when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, here is what you start to realize. It is very possible that he has already had his best shot. All the team's flaws bubbled to the surface last year when a couple of key players went down with injury and, well, the entire season fell apart. San Fran's roster is aging, and the NFC keeps on getting tougher. Purdy, for all of his success, still has not shown that he can put the team on his back when the script breaks down. And it'll only get harder to put the right pieces around him now that the 49ers are actually paying him quarterback money. Sure, he'll keep them competitive, they'll win games, but lifting the Lombardi? Sad to say that door is closing, if it hasn't closed entirely already. Win, Justin Herbert, Los Angeles Chargers. The knock on Herbert, fair or not, has been that the Chargers just never win when it matters. But if you're one of the people who's already written Justin Herbert off, well, you might want to check yourself. Because now that he's got Jim Harbaugh, and though the playoff game last year was rough, there is still a lot of reason to believe that changes everything. Harbaugh elevated that team last year, skipping over what seemed like an imminent rebuild. And now Herbert doesn't need to throw 45 times a game anymore. Harbaugh is building a bully ball team around him. Top 5 defense, dominant run game, clean pocket, controlled tempo. Over the next couple of years, we will see Justin Herbert truly become lethal. Pressure will come off and he'll be able to play free as a bird with his team dictating terms and pace of the game. It was always in him. All he needed was someone to protect him from his own franchise. And Harbaugh is looking to be that guy. No chance. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars. Every so often, a quarterback walks into the league with the can't miss label tattooed across his chest, and for Trevor Lawrence, well, that label might as well have been carved in stone. He was the guy, the best prospect since Luck, the golden-armed prince of Clemson, the savior of Jacksonville. But 4 years in, and I think it's sad to say that he's not looking so golden anymore.
Trevor Lawrence has not developed. He's not better than he was in college.
It's the same thing every year. Everyone thinks he's about to break through, but his trajectory feels like it just keeps smacking up against a brick wall. Now, part of that is on the Jags. The offensive line has been, well, a bit of a mess. The defense has been unreliable, and, of course, the coaching staff has been a mixed bag, to put it lightly. Looking at you, Urban Meyer. But that's exactly the point. Jacksonville's the kind of franchise that needed Lawrence to be the tide that lifts all boats. But instead, he's just trying to stay afloat. Sure, he'll put up numbers. Heck, he might even make another Pro Bowl or 2. But he does not have the chops to bring a Super Bowl to Duval. Win, Jared Goff, Detroit Lions. Jared Goff was supposed to be the throw-in piece in the now infamous deal with Detroit. He was the guy everyone thought the Lions took in the Stafford trade just to make the money work and to serve as a bridge quarterback until Detroit found its future. But instead, Goff became the future by thriving in one place nobody thought a quarterback could succeed. Bettering his case is the fact that the Lions are built. Detroit is not looking for a superhero under center. No, they're looking for someone who can make the right read on 3rd and 6, get them into the right play pre-snap, and protect the football when it matters. Boy howdy, he does that. And if he continues to do that, well, they have a real good shot at bringing home the most coveted trophy that the sport has to offer. No chance, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. There's a difference between playing quarterback and being a quarterback, and Kyler Murray is still stuck in the purgatory between. Kyler is one of the most electrifying athletes to ever line up under center. He's got the arm, he's got the legs, he's got the off-platform creativity that makes defensive coordinators throw their tablets across the room. But the problem is, that's literally all he has. There's no command or rhythm, at least not enough to have any confidence in their long-term prospects. Far too often, when things break down, he tries to lean on his athleticism to make some ridiculous play when he should just try to protect the football and live to fight another day. Not to mention, the Cardinals are just one of the worst run organizations in football. It's always the same thing in the desert, from front office misfires, coaching carousel, and draft decisions that makes fans question their sanity. You may have a few highlight reel Sundays to keep the fan base hopeful, but come on, it's not gonna go any further than that. But hey, which quarterback do you think is most likely to win their first Super Bowl by 2030? Which is most likely to come up short? Who do you think we got right here? Who do you think we missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.